What on earth am I doing? Green lips and all that. And slightly green teeth. Ah, well, what I'm doing is lip syncing. Traditionally for animation, this is weird having lipstick on. Traditionally for animation, people will get a series of still pictures of the character's lips, and they'll have a different picture for the B sounds and P's and A's and E's, things like that. And they'll painstakingly go through the dialogue track and replace each sound with a still picture of the lip making that sound. And that sounds very painstaking to me. So I thought if I could separate my lips from my face and superimpose just my lips on top of my character, that should be a lot quicker. And green is a good colour because I can key that out with a chroma key, because green is quite a lot different colour from the colour of the rest of my face, which is a bit pink. Depending on what skin colour you've got, maybe a different colour might be better. But green seems to go quite well for me. Now this is very experimental, and I'm not sure how well it will work.
Okay, here we are in After Effects, and I reshot my green lips picture outside in the daylight because it seemed to get me a much sort of more even lighting effect. And I just want kind of fairly flat light on my lips without any hot spots. It's not too bad. And what I did first was I added a Gaussian blur to make this more of a smooth shape to start with. Then I added some hue and saturation to really make a clear difference between pink of my face and the green of the lips. I'm going to be picking up some green of my jacket here as well, probably, but I can deal with that. Now I've used key light, which is a chroma keying effect, to do the magic, and that's turned my lips black and my jacket black because I selected the green colour. Now what I've done is I've put a temporary pink layer in the background, and that's showing all the transparent stuff, and at the moment this is doing the opposite of what I want. It's removed my lips and it's left my face, which I don't want. So, conveniently enough, there's a way of dealing with this. The invert alpha effect. Yeah, as you can see, inverted everything. So now my lips are black and my jacket's black and everything else has vanished. So that's good. Now I want to remove all these bits of jacket and stuff. So I have drawn a shape layer, a circle here, just covering the lip area. And I have made a bit of a mistake here, that I should have used some kind of clamp to keep my head in a particular place so the lips don't move around too much. As it is, I've had to do quite a lot of extra work. Probably more work than the lip syncing method I mentioned that's conventional, that takes so much time, but I don't know. This is a bit of an experiment. So I've created this circle and then I've hidden it, but I'm going to use that as a mask using set matte. And set matte is set to use the shape layer, which is the shape layer here, which is called shape layer. And that's removed everything else. Now I don't really want black lips, I want red lips. So that's easily done with change to colour. I've told it to change everything that's black to red, and using the hue, lightness and saturation setting. So now I have lips, but I do have a problem that the inside of my mouth is transparent. I mean, it's done a great job of just grabbing my lips, but I really need to have something in that gap. And there's probably a cleverer way of doing this than the way I used, but I ended up drawing a shape and keyframing it all the way through to make it fill my mouth. Thankfully, I could put it behind these lips because everything's transparent, so I didn't have to actually exactly trace this shape here. But I did have to draw a rough shape, do a lot of keyframing. Like I said, if I'd kept my mouth in one place, with some kind of neck brace or something, that would have been a lot less work. And maybe if I'd moved my mouth a bit less than I did, that might have helped too. Right, so let's put this on some kind of animation. Here's my animated creature. Oh, I've got to turn that pink background off before I go any further. Pink background off, animated creature. I've just dragged in the lips composition onto here and resized it. And I'll hide them. There's a black shape I mentioned that I've used to fill the mouth. I'll hide that as well for now. And to make this creature a bit lively, I've drawn a couple of black circles as eyes, and I've used keyframes to move them around. And I've also used a piece of the creature from down here to make a shape which goes up and down over the eyes to bring in blinks. So I've got this creature that blinks and looks around, and that makes it a lot more alive looking somehow than it does without that. And after I've brought this whole composition into After Effects, I've set the rotation point to around down here, and I've rotated the whole thing and moved it left and right a bit to make it even more alive looking. So I'll put those lips on, and I'll put that black shape on that's behind the lips, and here's a kind of talking blue alien rabbit dog thing using my lips. It's not bad, so let's see it in action.
I'm trying the same recording outside in a different light to see if I get a better result, because the studio lighting might have been too bright. She sells seashells on the seashore. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. I'm not the pheasant plucker, I'm the pheasant plucker's son, and I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes.